Hello, Southeast Alaska. Meteorologist Grant Smith with the National Weather Service here in Juneau, Alaska with a weather briefing here on November 17th, 2022. And what we're looking at is a pattern change as we head into the weekend here. So the last few days we've been seeing this flow that's moving from Canada into the Gulf. And now we're looking at that reversing, and that's going to allow for some different weather here in the Panhandle. So for starters, a front will be moving in from the west. It's going to be bringing in mostly rain. Now when it first moves in, we could be seeing a little bit of that snow mixing in, but overall we're looking at mostly rain for the Panhandle as this front moves through. Now normally we would actually expect temperatures to warm when this happens, but we're actually expecting very little change in the temperature, so still seeing highs in the 30s and 40s and lows generally in the 30s. So your 5-day outlook, very little impacts is what we're expecting from the weather. So Friday, still seeing some gusty winds and near the interior gaps and some patchy fog is possible, especially in the south. And then going into the weekend, that front moves through, so precipitation returns Friday night and persists into early next week. And I know a lot of people are probably looking forward to the Thanksgiving holiday, so here's a quick early look at the Thanksgiving forecast here. Monday through Wednesday, rain likely to start the week. Differences in the exact timing of the arrival of the rain is certainly there in the computer models, but if we simplify it, rain is likely to start the week. Also windy along the coast. Then Thursday and Friday, the rainy weather continues. At this time, we're not seeing any big changes to the weather pattern, so we're going to hold on to the rainy weather Thursday and Friday. And with temperatures slowly cooling down in the atmosphere, we could see a little bit of that snow beginning to mix in, especially in the higher elevations and in the northern Lynn Canal area. And then for the weekend, overall, the low pressure in the Gulf looks to kind of weaken, so that could actually bring in some slight changes in the pattern, but if we still simplify it, no real big hints of a change, so we're still looking at that chance for rain. But as colder air begins to build just to our north in the Yukon, that could actually increase the chances for snow, especially in the northern Panhandle. And this forecast lines up actually pretty well with what the CPC, the Climate Prediction Center, is saying, where that 6 to 10 day outlook is looking at a warmer and above normal precip, and then in the 8 to 14 days, so next weekend and on, actually looking at a pattern switch beyond that. So we're actually looking at going into a cooler than normal weather and a drier than normal weather pattern. So stay tuned as we bring you the latest over the coming days, but going forward, looking at a change in the weather pattern as rain returns this weekend. For the National Weather Service here in Juneau, Alaska, I'm meteorologist Grant Smith.